questions are being asked. Now, I would suggest that even as Jasi question is being put before court for something to do with dual nationality, there are a few people in there as well in Parliament. And they investigate the case of a woman. It's documented, but she said, "Oh, she renounced this thing." Your friend in team, I think it's a sister or cousin to NPP chairman Stephen in team.
Oh, you're a member of Parliament?
Yes, of Nsuta something. If you Google, you find her name. She's called Ya Ejewa in team.
Okay.
Or say, or no, the official nomination, before she went for elections in 2020, she filed it. I am almost certain if we look at documents that will come from her or from the U.S. embassy, they will see that her renunciation did not take effect before she went for the election. But as for her, they've let her remain as an MP.
And to most because
that's sometimes they should bring. She should bring documents. Right from day one. Right from day one. No, it was raised. And she, for me, she hasn't been truthful. They should bring the document to prove it that her renunciation took effect before she went for election. She should, or filed for elections. You know, these are dates as just questions. They don't say, yes, he said he had renounced it, but at the time he went for the election, the document, the approval had not been given. So what I say, and because of that, he is not an MP. He cannot hold himself as an MP at the time. I'm asking that this woman should put her documents to show that at the time she went for elections, the U.S. government had approved her renunciation.
Okay, in Suta Kwaman Beposu MP. Yes.
Yeah, it's the constituency, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the constituency.
And her name is Ya Ejewa or something.
Yeah, Adelaide Ya Ejewa in team.
Yeah. But you see, and it's related to Stephen Tim. I can tell you that for free. The chairman of NPP. But my position, I don't like to hound people on petty things. What they did to a friend saying, Assin North of Ono.
Yeah.
I would suggest, I'm not a lawyer, but I have common sense, for them to take a class action against the Electoral Commission or the Supreme Court for denying them a member of Parliament for the last, how many years? 3 years. They denied them a member of Parliament, asking the guy not to hold himself as an MP or go to Parliament. They have been denied a representative. What I say?
Yeah.
But I need some. Like I told you, I'm not a lawyer, but some places they take class action against a decision to frustrate
but as a
constituency.
As a member of the NDC, Osha Ekwanya Chatikwes case is being handled. Do you see anything fishy, like a politically motivated?
It is politically motivated. I mean, we all know that. It is purely politically motivated. How critical is Chatikwes' case than some of the issues are, against even their own government, some of the things, and even issues like what happened in Chechiman South, killing of people. Just a BBI NPP are involved. They don't want to, as it will, bring people up and investigate. I mean, they're critical. Now, they're critical for them is that Jasikwes, should, his MPship, a bar, not just NDC, were numbers, our house. They are planning to push through or force through certain bills, certain laws, certain approvals through Parliament if they have the numbers.
So, do you mean is that the reason? I don't think Omaniabre are sitting off sitting.
It is. It just sitting Omaniabre. Omaniabre say you reduce your numbers because if they had the majority. In terms of a huge majority,
clear majority,
they won't bother themselves about these things. And hear some can say that they should do something about the numbers because they have a diabolical agenda to push through certain policies or certain approvals through the House.
How would you know some more diabolical agenda?
Well, I am saying it that one of them is that a Japan royalty.
Japan deal.
If that thing goes through and they sign it, it will be difficult for us a new government to come and reverse it. What I say, a Japan deal, no, will give royalty and to.
What is in that deal? How would you say if we don't take care and allow the NPP to get the numbers, they will go through with that deal?
Well,
deal to say, how many they
well, no, the thing has come up. There's been a lot of protests from the House and from other civil society groups out there. I think I must have heard this guy, for example, one of these civil society groups, protesting about this particular Ejapa deal. This Ejapa that.
And maybe so. What is it in it
no,
that you
they are trying to mortgage our royalty. I mean, the royalties from gold, that is payable to government. They're trying to mortgage it to maybe some foreign destiny. So it will be difficult for us to reverse it if such a deal is signed. That you're denying this country, they're mortgaging it. They mortgage, for instance, get fund for how many years?
I'm going to get fund this year. I think for about
when they start mortgaging some of those things, they believe that it will bring Ghana money. But you see, almost the mortgage amount on it, and I don't know which companies, whether they themselves are even involved in those companies or whatever. It is something, if we're not going to be able to reverse it readily, and it's just the way the Ghana from Sika back from the gold resources here, if it's mortgaged outside now, you can't reverse it. That means you're denying the country that benefit. And that is where they don't have the numbers to push it through. So all this agenda to try and take a seat, and you say, Assin not in Yawon, if you want, if you don't roads now, because of a by-election. In Yawon, but they need the numbers. And if I get the numbers, they don't need you anymore. So they just vote. You vote for the million numbers now, then I'm going forward. They've been frustrated by what happened. The way that we came, apart 137, 137 at some point, that they had to use an independent, to try. And right now, I'm picking bits and pieces from the grapevine that this woman is going to give them another stress. Safo. Apostle Safo. Ajwa Safo. I'm picking hints. We say she's going to a citizenship of US.
But she was at Parliament yesterday.
Yeah, getting citizenship, and then you can be anywhere. But if she acquires that citizenship, that will make her free and to be there as a citizen and benefit from the system in America.
Yeah.
She cannot hold that seat. She cannot be Ghanaian still because of dual nationality problem. So I'm saying there's so many things happening within the political space we need to look at. NPP do not have a good mind about this country. They're trying to but if you look at all the papers, everybody wants to become a flag bearer of the party to become president of Ghana. Our God is not asleep. Our God is not asleep. But
among the contenders, NPP, one of your favorite?
Oh, I don't have any favorite. I don't have any favorite. My favorite is John Mahama. That is all I know. Why you depend Ghana for who? Ghana for they don't have the wherewithal to, apart from their one vote, and if their family opinion leaders in their communities they can influence numbers. But beyond that, these people ignore everybody for the next 4 years. Why are they now rushing to Assin North to go and give them roads from iron rods? Where is that coming from? You see, and this modus operandi, the people who are not politicians are wondering, is there something wrong with the political class? Say, you have two by-election, and what I'm trying to suggest is that the way the NPP have run this country down, say almost sorry, pa. They have no shame. And listen to the vice president. Well, yeah, it's like business as usual.
But Assin, do you see your candidate winning?
Yeah, he's gonna win.
With all the
he's gonna win.
Going through.
But yesterday you heard what happened in court.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him the go ahead. He doesn't need to come to the court till after the election. So let him go there and win the thing, and let's see what they do next. When winning,
but there is a message Ekwabontin said, even if he wins, he will go back to jail.
No. Why? Who has put him in jail? He's not convicted.
And no message in our NPP for.
He's not convicted. He's not going back to jail. You see. And that is why we should tell the people that NPP for they are so diabolical. Now, some of us have been quiet for a while. You start to say maybe I have watched it.
Yeah.
Because all the sometimes we need to straighten some minds in this country. Obi because where are the sound minds in our country? Say you bet Ghana ha. Ama obi akoko say akwa no wini I didn't to jail. Assin knows for back to Abanama question. I'm my friend go to jail. Now what's the NPP for me it woman see Sakromo Hobioma. It's about time the people rose up against the political class at any point. Who's a omudi and more in some more can in Cheye and some catch one.
But from the way Okasano, me who is a sin of violation and a peaceful cry.
No, if they try to misbehave, if they try to do what they have done before,
92.3
they'll be sorry.
A sin of violation.
If the NPP try to do what they have done before in past by-elections, especially Ayawaso, and then they see what the Chiman South. If they try to do it again, they'll be sorry. The last time I sat here, I told you, I'm sure it was this station, I said, the NDC have people in the military. When we have people in the military, we have people in the police. There are people in those security agencies who are not happy with the way the NPP is running this country. So they should not think they can just up and tell any military person to go and shoot at, if you like, NDC for.
But these are vigilante guys.
Well, once they are wearing the uniform, that they put out, they put the people in uniform.
Yeah.
We have seen them carrying guns. We believe that it's only the security agencies who should carry guns and be dressed in the appropriate attire. So if you go and take your vigilantes and give them some uniform, give them a weapon, poorly trained to use the weapon, and deploy them to go and keep the peace, it won't wash. Well, the current IGP, I am told, is busy trying to sensitize the people in Assin North. These are by-elections. This is just by-election. One election, one constituency. So that Basabasayo, they shouldn't allow Basabasayo during this thing. Kumewu, I think he did well. He was down there himself. I'm sure he's going down here himself. I know that some of the senior officers are going from house to house trying to help the people that do not engage in wrongdoing. It's important that lives are protected and property. That I share. But this is our by-elections. Okay, by the time we get to the national election, 275 constituencies, several polling stations, 40,000 plus. Now, that is where the IGP cannot probably spread himself thin. So we use other security agencies to assist. If they deploy the vigilantes, I am saying to them, nobody in the Ghana Armed Forces now, they've wised up. The professionals will not take any unlawful order to go and shoot at innocent people. No professional. Anybody who does that might be a vigilante, poorly trained party person to go and misbehave. But the professionals are saying this time round, if they give any wrongful order, that will be what my former master, J.J. Rollins, said, positive defiance. We will not take any wrongful order and do the wrong thing against the people of Ghana. That is the way that professionals in police and the military will go this time. You give us the wrongful order, maybe a commander for all we care. If you tell us to shoot at innocent people, we will not shoot at those people. And if you send any vigilantes dressed in military or police outfits to come and misbehave, we will take them down. This has been told me by senior officers in the Ghana Armed Forces. And I doff my hat off to them. Those who are being very professional. It's a very professional and a decent, if you like, profession that should not be misused by some for partisan, expediency. And we're going into a situation where whenever I have the opportunity, I speak to the international community, foreign diplomatic service for them. Said, talk to the government in power that they should not use this vigilante thing again. It will create big problems for our country. This country is a stable country. We don't want basa basa. So they should not use that power. The economy first today breaking 8, we will first have council. Well, they should try it.
Actually, His Excellency Ambassador Victor Smith and I pay Edding Kama 4